Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. And it's come to that point and time in the month. And obviously I don't want to alienate my female-based viewers by saying something like that. That's great, Rich. Yeah, period-based jokes are funny nowadays. But it doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter if you're a transgender, if you're asexual, if you're a dog, if you're a cat, or if you're even a cute little tortoise. You can still watch my videos. And thank you very much. Man, this is a great start to a video, isn't it? Anyway, I'm doing my kind of progression video, my kind of roster revealed as I usually do. I kind of look at general kind of plans, strategies of ongoing and kind of like things that are coming into the game. I just generally talk about my roster because people do ask about this, like, you know, Rich, what champions have you got? And it's like, hey, I'll do a video. I'll show you. First thing to really start off with, 2 stars are kind of treated as a kind of a collecting thing, kind of a little bit of a kind of like addition. I just collect them for the fun of it. 3 stars are handy padding in the fact that you can just do arena and just like not even look at the screen if you're kind of focusing on something else, and just swipe to the side and just like use them as just kind of cannon fodder. Really, I don't really use them quite so much, and some people do call to kind of sell these. I don't really think that's the kind of the wisest idea, especially because the amount of 4-star shards you can generate from getting them from 3 stars. So yeah, it's your choice on, like, again, max signatures crystals are helpful as well. You can delete them if you want, but I wouldn't say, just like keep them handy for max signatures. Next up is 4 stars, and this is the kind of bone of contention really with regards to champions. Like, you will get certain champions that you really want to use and kind of propel yourself through content. Yes, with 5 stars so prevalent in the game and 6 stars kind of starting to get a lot of relevancy, you kind of feel that that is your big push to 5 stars. But 4 stars have a huge linchpin with regards to things like arena as well as general content grind that are really important for you. If you're just starting off in the game, 4 stars can provide that kind of real big push to get completion of things like Act 2, Act 3, and obviously when you get to like latter points in the game, certain champions and a damage output, no matter what your rating and what your status and what your kind of playing ability in the game is, you will always need a 4-star for some sort of reason. Currently as it stands, I would like to develop my Mephisto a lot more, so I think that's going to be the next rank up champion. I just got to get those mystic catalysts for it. And as we go up, there's nothing really that kind of shouts out at me. I would take Hyperion up further if he was awakened. And the next thing is like Punisher 2099. I would use that in some sort of confines of the game if the guy was awakened. Now I do have a 4-star Tech Awakening gem, which I am still saving for Stark Spidey. One day I'll get him, I will. And going further up, I could do my 99 Iron Patriot and my 99 Spider-Gwen, but I've got more sense than that, I think. But as I go further up, there is a champion that I have started developing. Actually 2 champions that I would like to kind of like make sure they are at rank 5, and that is Morningstar. Yes, I do have a 5-star version, but it's always locked in Alliance Wars. Like, I never get to use it. And it's only very rarely when it's out of Alliance Wars that I'm able to kind of like grind out with it, and I do enjoy it quite a bit. The next thing is Medusa. Medusa is a fantastic champion, though with changes to Karnak and the way that True Strike works in particular. It's not about Karnak, it's all about True Strike. You will kind of negate a lot of things while True Strike is up, like Auto Block, which kind of renders champions like Medusa like a little bit kind of not obsolete, but still, you know, you can really take her down if you've got a Karnak in your roster going up against Alliance Wars bosses. The same thing with like Iceman. I would like to kind of put more signatures on him, but with regards to my 440s, Wolverine X23 would probably be the next one that I would like to kind of propel forward. Other than that, 4 stars are kind of secondary to my main goal, and that is all about 5 stars. When it comes to my 5-star roster and 5-star luck, I do think that I have been at times a little bit screwed over with regards to what I'm getting from them. And I know I know a lot of people go, hey, well, I get screwed over too. Why you have to bitch and moan about it? Well, got to bitch and moan about it somewhere. Might as well be here. But the main case is that with these champions, I can't really do a lot with them. However, the positives, and you know, I will take positives out of the situation, is I could, you know, put them up a rank and still use them in the confines of arena. Just that'd probably be the only reason that I would say that they were any good. And a lot of the ones that you can see here on the lower, so we've got Spider-Gwen here, we've got Daredevil here, and there's a lot of champions that are very kind of chalk and cheese, and like people will say, hey, well, that's a decent champion, but others people will say like, no, it's not. But with regards to like usage, and that's the main thing, the main kind of like point that I want to make is usage. you need to find a champion that you're able to use within questing that is going to damage output quite a bit. Even though I've got like Iceman over here, which is unawakened, he still packs a punch with regards to being unawakened, and I'm enjoying a lot of grinding out, especially with like Alliance Quest with him. So it doesn't really matter if he's awakened or not awakened, he's still a really good champion, and obviously that's the reason that people refer to him in that god tier. As you can see over the further left hand side of the screen, I've got a load of signature stones on the 5-star kind of status. So we've got some generic ones, I've got some skill ones, like 49 skill ones, quite a bit, and also I've got mutant and a good chunk of science. And the main thing, I think people will say, hey, you've got awakened champions, why aren't you using on them? And to answer you, I don't think these particular champions that I've got, in particular Rhino and in particular Colossus or even Xavier School Cyclops, are worthy of increased signature level. I'm just not going to use them in any kind of questing, and I think any champion that I get awakened, I will then add all the signature stones on in order to kind of propel myself through like more difficult content. If I get an awakening on my Iceman, or if I say pick up a mutant awakening gem, I will then use that on Iceman. I will then put a load of signature stones on, and I think that's the thing with it. I'd rather kind of save them up and kind of apply them where they're more needed. One of the biggest mistakes I think I've made is doing featured crystals. I think they have damaged my progression with my roster quite extensively, but I have got, you know, a couple of gems out of them, in particular getting Dormammu and in particular getting Blade. Now Blade isn't awakened, obviously, you know my pitfalls and frustrations with regards to Blade. Man, come on. Within the first three, these first three, I'll be like, yeah, come on. I'm done. Bastards. But the main thing is that I can use these in questing, and I am still optimistic about my grind, and that's why I'm doing a lot more arena to get a lot more 5-star shards, because I want to get up to that point where other people are with regards to having more 5 stars. Because doing featured was just such a bane on my account. Well, it wasn't really, but still, the idea that I could have had a lot more of 5 stars based on that decision of kind of doing featured over doing basics could have like been a bit damaging. But I think as well, being screwed over by luck is another aspect. Either way, it's all good. I've still got a strong questing team and enjoying like Dormammu, Blade, Captain Marvel if they ever fix that SP2, and Morningstar when they're not in Alliance Wars, because a lot of those champions go into Alliance Wars, and that is disappointing because I would like to kind of get grinding with a lot more stuff in game. But yeah, that's just how it goes. People are really wanting to get those Alliance Wars Season 1 rewards so badly. My future plans for my 5-star roster is hopefully in the next month I can get another 3 to 4 5-star champions added into the roster, which could either be great awakenings for me, which then I can then propel up a lot further, and be real decent additions, especially for battling through a lot of stuff with regards to Act 5, and kind of doing general kind of preparation work for stuff with regards to Labyrinth of Legends. Because I want to make sure that my spend is a lot lower, but at the same time I need my damage output from certain champions to be a lot higher. And the hope would be that I could eventually awaken my Blade. Yeah, hopefully it happens. Maybe in these dimensional rifts we'll see a skill awakening gem at 5-star, and your boy is going to get a bit of luck. And even though I've had this for a little while now with regards to this 6-star crystal, I have no plans to open it just yet. Probably going to go for about 2 at the end of April. Yeah, I'm hoping that the pool for champions gets improved, so I could go for like better champions. So that, you know, if there's something like Archangel, Iceman, or some other champion that's going to be incredible, then that'd be great. At the same time, I want to save up my resources. I've been all about trying to improve a lot of things, and with the events of like Solar Quest with regards to dimensional rifts, and one of the top tips I'm going to give to people is that make sure you save a lot of your stuff for rank ups to points when level up, as well as skill advancement or kind of any kind of advancements on with regards to classes, because you can maximize your take home of shards based on that rank up and level up. So that's been a video all about my progression. It is now 3 years and about 2 months since I started playing the game. And like I've said all the time, things have changed a lot. 4-star shards are so much more easier to get nowadays. And the same thing that's with 5-star shards. It's crazy the way that the game has developed, but obviously it's had to. It still has to scale a lot more with regards to what people get and how quickly they get it, and at the same time what champions are able, at what stage to then get themselves through difficult content. But hey, I'm on for the ride, so thanks so much for watching. I've been RichTheMan. Make sure to hit notifications on, because YouTube are scrub lords and they decide not to send out to certain people's accounts if you don't have the bell ticked, and that's usually in the top right of the page. And as well, catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.